1990 G20 van. Okay, electrical issue. I sold this van to my nephew. I had this van for, I don't know, a year and a half, almost 2 years. Never had a problem out of it, except for the normal maintenance issues. When I bought it, I had to put a heater core and a radiator in it. Other than that, it was a good truck. Anyway, I sold it to my nephew so he could do flooring out of it. And he's driving it one day, and it just died on him. He called me, told me that he was driving along, it just died. He had no headlights, no dash lights, no interior lights. So he had it towed. And I've seen a lot of videos on here so far that say, well, it's the voltage going to this and it's the voltage going to that. And I found one video on YouTube, and thank you for that video, Sully. It's a good video because it showed me what was wrong. There's 3 wires that go to the ECM, a pink one with a black stripe and 2 orange ones that are supposed to be hot. When you turn the ignition on, that feeds the pink one with the black stripe, and one of the orange ones, it feeds electricity to your ECM. The other orange wire is a continuous hot that runs off the battery. Both the orange wires are supposed to be continuous hot, but the one is all-time continuous hot. So I messed with it and couldn't figure it out. And then I seen this video that Sully made, and I'm telling Sully that was a good video. But come to find out, I took a tester, that one right there, and I tested the wires going to ECM, and sure enough, from Sully's video, it was right. The pink one with the black stripe had juice, and the one orange one had juice, but the other one did not. So instead of trying to track down through all that wiring all the way back to where that wire come from, because in Sully's video, those 2 wires went to a block on the firewall underneath the hood. But this is a G20, this is not a pickup truck. Those wires go to the fuse box. Right here you see ECM1 right there and ECMB. Well, ECM1 was getting juice when I turned the key on, but ECMB was getting no juice at all whatsoever. So all I did was I took this little jumper wire and I ran it from ECM1 to ECMB, and that provided the juice, the electricity that the body control module needed. That ECMB is the body control module. That provided the juice that it needed for the headlights to come back on, the dash lights to work. But the only way they do now is when you turn the key on. But they're working now, see? Look at that. And it starts right up. So if you run across these videos that tell you that it's this voltage going to this or that voltage going to that, and you just cannot figure it out, by God, get up in your fuse block and check your fuse where the fuse plugs in. Check it with a voltmeter and make sure that there's voltage going to your ECM, because if there's not, that's your whole fucking problem. You're wasting money trying to buy a part for your distributor or buy a part for this other thing or that other thing, when all you need to do is jumper from one fucking fuse to the other. It's a temporary fix until I can get it to the shop where I can actually pull it apart, trace that wire down, and find out where it broke. But he has the use of his van until we can do that. And if this helps you out in any way, then I did my part. And hopefully this will help you, because this drove me nuts. I couldn't for the life of me figure out why it would crank over but I had no headlights, nothing. Okay, no dash lights. The engine, check engine light wasn't coming on. I couldn't get any signal from the ECM off of this right here. Okay, and that you stick a little fork in these first two pins right here to get your readings. Okay, and it wouldn't do anything. It didn't matter what I did. I couldn't read the computer and find out what was going on with it. So on a hunch, I thought, well, if I provide voltage to that other wire, maybe it'll run. Sure enough, it worked. And like I said, he has his van back. He can drive it until we can get it to his shop and pull it apart and trace that wire down. Good luck to you.